2 is the second studio album by American R&B quartet Boyz II Men, released on August 30, 1994 on Motown Records. It contained the #1 singles I'll Make Love to You, and On Bended Knee, the latter of which replaced the former at the top of the Billboard Hot 100, making the group the third artist to replace themselves at #1 in the United States after Elvis Presley and the Beatles, and the first to achieve the feat in 30 years. I'll Make Love to You also spent 14 weeks at the top of the Hot 100, making them the first artist to achieve consecutive double-digit runs at the top, with their prior single End of the Road topping the charts for 13 weeks and also equaled the record set by Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You for the longest run at the top, a record which they held previously with End of the Road. Other singles released achieved major success, including Water Runs Dry, which reached #2, and Thank You, which reached #21. Vibin', however, only reached #52. The spoken track Color is a tribute to their road manager Khalil Roundtree, who was shot in Chicago, Illinois while the band was opening for MC Hammer's Too Legit to Quit tour. 2 became the inaugural winner of the Grammy Award for Best R&B Album, first presented at the 37th Grammy Awards in 1995. According to producer Bob Robinson of the duo Tim and Bob, he and his partner were asked by Boyz II Men to produce most of 2. However, Motown Records then-president Gerald Busby didn't feel comfortable with the idea of 2 unknown producers dominating a second album from a group that was one of the biggest acts in the world at the time. As a result, Busby brought in Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis in Babyface to deliver hit singles for the project. Busby insisted on I'll Make Love to You being the first single, despite objections from the group who felt there were songs that could have been much stronger singles. Ironically, the song went on to become one of Boyz II Men's biggest hits. Over 20 songs were recorded for 2, but most of them never made the final track listing. 2 of the songs Tim and Bob produced Now That We're Done, and Can I Touch You ended up on 112's 1996 self-titled debut. Reception: the album debuted at #1 in the Billboard 200 with 350,000 copies sold. It spent a total of 5 weeks at #1 and was the third best-selling album in 1995 in the United States and sold 12 million copies in the United States. It did not make a huge impact in the United Kingdom, where it only made number 17 on the UK albums chart. A Spanish-language version, too, Yo Te Voy a Amar, was also issued. The album also won Best R&B Album at the 37th Grammy Awards. Track listing: Thank You a €434, All Around the World a €456, You Know a €446, Vibin' a €426, I Sit Away a €434, Jezebel a €606, Color a €141, Trying Times a €523, I'll Make Love to You a €407, On Bended Knee a €529, 50 Candles a €506, Water Runs Dry a €322, Yesterday a €307, Falling a €409, Charts, Certifications, and of Decade Charts, Release History. See also, List of best-selling albums in the United States, List of #1 albums of 1994, List of #1 albums of 1995, List of #1 R&B albums of 1994, References